So, we have made it to the end of Unit 10. This was a very, very long unit. It took us almost close to a month, if not a month, to get through this entire unit. 8 sections. 8 sections. Try my best to break it up, take it slow for you, because this is a major, major important unit for your future math courses. So, we're going to wrap up Unit 8 with solving trinomials. Now, this will be a short lesson because actually all I'm going to be doing is putting 2 sections together. We're going to factor, so that section 10.6 together, plus what you did in 10.5 where you had to solve for x. So when you put those 2 together, that's how you solve a trinomial. So I'm going to start off with giving you a couple of steps. And then we'll wrap it up with just doing a couple example problems, but you'll find out that this is a great way to end the unit. It's very easy. It's just doing what you've been doing, except we're just putting it all together. So let's start with your steps. Now before we do that, let me make you understand. We are solving trinomials. The word that's missing is quadratic. So quadratic trinomials, you know the highest degree is 2. So that means that if you have 2 x's, x squared, that means you have 2 solutions. So notice on your notes that when you solve the trinomials, you should always have 2 x values to box. Now we're ready to start. First thing you're going to do is set the equation equal to 0. Now, for the first couple of problems, I'm going to do this for you. And when you see this, that's when you'll know, okay, I'm solving. I'm going to get an x, a number, for my answer. There's going to be other times when the equation is equal to another number. Okay, so that means that you would have to move everything over and then set it equal to 0. So like I said, this first step, 80% of the time will be done for you. If not, you've got to move everything over and do it yourself. Second step, you're going to factor the trinomial using the Xbox method. Now, the Xbox method, for some of you, we've only been doing this a couple of days. I hope that you're kind of getting into the swing of it. Once you get used to it, it's not difficult at all, but I know it's pretty much brand new to everybody. So I'm sure we're going to keep practicing and you'll get it. Just pay attention. You got to know your multiplication tables. Step 3. You're going to set the binomials, set the 2 binomials equal to 0. Now, where do the 2 binomials come from? They come from your Xbox method. You should know by now that when you do your Xbox, you take out the GCFs out of the box, you're left with 2 binomials. Well, those 2 binomials, you're going to set those equal to 0. And then for step 4, you're going to use the 0 product property. Okay, so that's a term that we saw back in section, I don't know, 10.4 or 10.5 or something. You'll know it when you see it. You're going to use the 0 product property to separate the binomials. All right? Separate them. That's when you're going to see us draw that little line like that. You saw, and then you'll have one on this side and one on that side. And then the last step, can you see that? Let me lift it up. Is you will solve each binomial. And then that's going to be your 2 answers. Solve each binomial and please box your answers. That's your steps. So write these down in your notes. You've got room for them. When you come back, we're going to do a couple of example problems. If you notice, your notes are a one-sider because we've done